Yeah. Too bad we're not there. No Cella for us.
Seriously.
Yeah. It's fun, though, if you can, like, afford that type of shit. Also, let me hit an intro real quick. I think we're starting.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lawn Chairs, the highest effort, low production podcast there is. Today, we do not have our co-host, Matthew Westcott, but instead, subbing in, we got our good friend, Hayden Harris.
What's going on?
Hayden is from Pleasanton also. He's a part of our little squad. Anything you want to say to our fans about yourself?
Well, I've been stoked to do a podcast ever since I heard
We were starting
the idea. Yeah, I've been dying to do one. We tried to do one up in
Tahoe,
Tahoe.
but yeah, you guys heard about that. That was a shit show.
The Tahoe fiasco, that was just all bad. So I wanted to do one then. I'm not in Pleasanton a lot, so.
Yeah. But you're here now. Friends are in Coachella. We got to do something for you guys because they're not going to do shit.
I mean, seriously.
They're going to be too messed up to do anything.
Seriously, they're like...
Matt's all talking like, yeah, we're going to get all this Coachella stuff done. I'm just like, hey, man, you should just leave the recorder.
Yeah, seriously.
Think about all of our other trips that we tried to do this shit on.
When he said that, I was like, dude, I am so stoked to do this podcast.
But yeah. See, like, it's one of those things, like, it would have been nice to go and all, but, like...
So expensive. The ticket alone was over $400, and that's if you got it. I tried to get a ticket when they came out, and they sold out immediately.
Yeah, I was looking at, like, $600 for a ticket, looking like $400 for a room.
That's just ticket
like,
without... That's not with if you need a shuttle pass.
Oh, yeah.
Camping,
I don't even think about that stuff.
Or if
Food,
you
other things.
The food's expensive there, then you got to pay. Like, do you want to go on the Ferris wheel? Do you want to get a poster? And then you got to think about board, like, where you going to stay?
You'd say we're the thrifty bunch of the group, or try to be. Oh, but yeah, it was sick. It seems sick, but, like, lineup's definitely better than last year.
Oh, yeah.
Bunch of people I would have liked to see.
Yeah, but dude.
But most of those shows are things that I would want to see, like, their show, you know, not like a festival setting.
Yeah,
Flatbush
like
Zombies.
But I mean, Flatbush at Coachella. Odeza's performance is going to be...
I really liked about the lineup this year. There was a bunch of, like, disco stuff.
Yeah.
Jamiroquai, like, I could get down to some of that.
Wasn't it Jamiroquai? What do they do?
There's another one, Chic, I think.
Chic,
that's how you say it.
Yeah, they're good.
Totally blanking on what song they do, but we all know and love it.
Yeah, I just totally, but you know, like, the tune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but hey, we're going to Outside Lands now.
Oh, yeah,
so
Outside Lands, the cooler, more adult
Dude, Bon
festival.
Iver is gonna...
Oh, my gosh. I can't even.
At Coachella, I swear, God spoke to me through Bon Iver. And it's gonna happen again, but this is even better. It's gonna be in San Francisco.
And no one's gonna ask him to play stacks. Hopefully, he's learned his lesson.
Jake Faskino plays stacks. That was too good.
Yeah, for those who don't know, you want to tell them this story?
Yeah, I guess.
You were there, I wasn't. I haven't gone to Coachella.
So, Coachella, what was that? Coachella 2017, last year. Our friend Jacob Vance was standing pretty close to the front, very close. We were very close to Bon Iver. We were so excited for his performance. And he was just doing some very intense, emotional stuff. Mm-hmm. And I would say it was like one of the greatest performances I've ever seen.
Right.
And it's dead silent, and everyone's just waiting for him to make a noise. And then our friend Jacob Vance goes, "Hey, play stacks." And the entire crowd of the main stage at Coachella
just turns
and looks at him and boos him. And I'm standing right behind him.
What a guy.
People start thinking it's me and Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And we just backed up. It did not, no, it was just bad. And then some girl taps him on the shoulder and goes, "Hey, you don't do that kind of stuff here. Like, he plays like he knows what you need to hear."
You know, she's like a Coachella veteran, probably.
Seriously.
Like, she knows all the ropes.
This is my second year at Coachella. I know everything.
Oh my God, that kid. I can't sometimes.
Dude, seriously. He was a mess before.
It'll be fun when he gets on this podcast.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna
We'll see how he does.
I know,
Test his
seriously.
chops. No, but yeah. We got a lot of cool shit planned. Hopefully we can get like bigger podcasts, more people, cooler spots, like all across California.
We need to get OVO in this.
Yeah, whole squad. No, yeah, we're talking about Drake. He's gonna get on here one day. You'll see. We'll make it.
We'll make it one day. We don't know when.
We're making millions and living in mansions and driving yachts to work.
Seriously.
Dude, these ducks in unison are just going upside down at the same time. It's awesome.
I know, it's so
I don't know if
cute.
you guys can see this on the camera, but we are just surrounded by the flora and fauna of Pleasanton. We never even got into that. Where are we?
Yeah. Where are we?
Yeah, this is just like a little walking trail near a neighborhood near our house, kinda. Like, not super far drive. Low effort today.
Yeah.
It's a long day.
It's
There's
hot.
a lot to do.
Hot.
But yeah, I guess you would call this either like, it's called the Bernal Ridge or like Cottinger territory. Is this Cottinger?
It's Cottinger Ridge.
Yeah, Cottinger Ridge. It's a nice little area. We found ourselves a nice little nook with a pond,
Some ducks.
some ducks to hang out with.
You know, it's springtime. We're gonna be some little baby ducks.
Springtime already feels like summer, but we just got snow last weekend, so
Seriously.
nothing makes sense anymore. I think
Dude,
the world's
it's
ending.
hot here. I'm just ruined by the the
Yep.
Santa Barbara weather.
Seasons are like shifting. Like
Dude,
winters start later and shit.
we don't have
like,
seasons. We just have warm weather or fog.
hot or cold.
Yeah,
Sometimes fog.
sometimes fog.
Fog's usually on the cold.
Dude, we're ruined. I'm ruined because of that weather.
Yeah.
I went out to the desert the other week.
Oh, yeah,
died.
Vegas. How was that? Anything
Oh.
interesting happen?
Ha. Vegas was a lot. That's all I can say. It
I know what
ruined me
happens there
in
stays there, but
one-
like,
all I can say is in one night I was ruined by Vegas, and the next day woke up to tequila shots in my face. So you can only imagine how.
did you gamble?
Oh, I didn't get a chance. We were just going.
Oh, so you were just fucked up the whole time.
Not as bad.
See, I was
as
hoping
our
Jake would
friend
lose
Luke.
like a few $100 or something. That'd be a good story.
No, see, the best part was our friend Luke. It was his 21st birthday, and his
Mhm.
whole family had taken us all in. We're really excited, and that's what their family is known for. Is like, that's their thing.
That's
Is they
dope.
always go on vacations for.
Shout out
people's
to Luke
21st.
if you're listening.
Yeah, seriously, Luke, happy birthday. Luke, our friend, got let's just say he didn't make it through dinner.
Oh man. Poor guy.
I was sitting there for quite a while, and I was like, wow, I'm pretty inebriated at this table, but like everyone else is, so it's okay, and the waiters are nice, and they don't care, and all that. And then I asked his girlfriend, Alex, where's Luke? And she goes, I don't know. He's been gone quite a while. He went to the bathroom. I said, oh, well, I'll go see if I can find him. Went to both bathrooms, couldn't find him. Come back, 5 or 10 minutes go by, and I think his uncle or his cousin found him just drunkenly wandering through the casino because he had gotten
Oh
lost.
my gosh.
And we're at a restaurant with his entire family. Like, there's 2 big tables of people. And
Just
he's-
21st, 22nd?
21st.
Oh,
21st
man.
birthday. So they
He
were the
had
one.
fun.
They were the ones getting him drunk. That was the funny thing. So he ordered his food, was very nice to the waiter, but then all of a sudden you just saw him set his head on the table, and it was just downhill from there. Alex, his girlfriend, took him upstairs, and let's just say he slept the rest of the night. And when his food came, they also bring him a nice little dessert with it, and we sang happy birthday to an empty chair.
That's amazing.
And the entire restaurant laughed with us. It was iconic.
When we do a squad Vegas trip, just for
Oh.
shits and giggles.
All I can say is it's
Bad things will happen.
It's expensive. That's all.
Oh
I can
yeah,
say.
no shit. You gotta save up money beforehand.
To get into
I plan on hopefully winning money if we go.
seriously, just to get in the Wet Republic pool, $150. Just to get
go
in,
in a fucking pool.
and that does not include you have to pay for towels, a place to sit, drinks are.
And that's not even
minimum.
like a pool to like swim around in. That's just like I'm gonna stand in some knee deep water.
Yeah, and there's an artist performing, and the
That's cool.
drinks are $50. It's insane. What was really gross was we could see into the pool from our hotel room, and you would look down, and there was the big main pool at the stage, and then
Mhm.
3 hot tubs and two hot tubs, and like 4 other just like small pools.
Right.
And there was a visible difference in the color of the water from where everyone was
That's what I was hoping you
to
wouldn't
where
say.
the regular water was.
Just
And
like sweat and dirt and
it
alcohol.
was just dark,
Probably some yak in
grimy
there.
color, probably. I can only imagine what it was like because I noticed that you got to imagine they got to keep it pretty clean.
They
And
gotta
the pool
try.
we were in for our hotel was pretty clean, but I could.
I can't
feel-
imagine a time where it closes down for more than like 2 hours either.
Seriously.
Because they probably
So-
go into the night and shit, huh?
Exactly. So I was like, wow,
Never
that's got to be
sleeps.
gross. But then I was thinking our hotel was so chlorinated, the chlorine left in my hair from going in the pool was enough to slick it back.
You went blonde.
I went blonde a little bit. I actually came back and they said, your hair looks blonde and you look tan. Jackson, I'm ginger.
Yep, that
that's
doesn't
not
happen
a- that
ever.
doesn't-
I've never seen that happen to you.
That's never happened, but apparently it happened.
It's like when anyone goes to Hawaii.
Yeah, seriously. Spend like 2 days in the sun.
Just come back with Hawaiian shirts, shorts, flip-flops all the time. You're all tan and shit, showing off.
Dude, we should be tanning right now.
Dude, that would be like a 6-squad trip, like somewhere like far like that.
Hawaii or something.
Hey, dude, Azores.
What?
Azores. We got a house.
No.
We got a house we could use.
No way.
Cutty-ass island in the middle of the Pacific. Or, not even Pacific, the Atlantic. I'm tripping. You
Pacific
would
Ocean?
never know it's there unless you knew about it already.
Really?
Or like had family from there or a friend like me who has
Speaking-
family from there.
Hey, speaking of
It's
crazy,
it's the islands Ronaldo came from for anyone
Yeah,
who
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
know. So he's like Portuguese, but it's like Portuguese territory. It's like Hawaii for USA. It's like that's their Hawaii kind of.
it's pretty sick.
Except it's not like sandy and like that stuff. They're still like very new islands.
Mhm.
So it's all like volcanic-y still, but it's like
Oh, that's sick.
tropical almost.
You want to hear a crazy trip? Like
Mm.
that people want to like take trips?
Where?
My roommate Gabe is actually going to Costa Rica
That's sick.
in like a week or two.
That's super sick.
He was actually invited to Vegas but couldn't afford
I
it.
want to go to a Latin country. That'd
Because
be
he
fun.
already booked the trip to Costa Rica and he's going by himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna go hang out, explore. He's got trip plans.
I want to go to a Latin
Dude, that's
country.
sick.
I want to go to something in like South Pacific would be
Mhm.
sick, like some of those Asian countries. Tokyo.
Yeah,
I want to go snowboarding in Japan.
I've heard going to Tokyo, like people have been telling me you're treated like a celebrity there.
Oh
if
yeah,
you're-
they're like, oh my gosh, a white person.
Yeah.
Especially if you go to like some cutty ass towns, like
Mm-hmm.
apparently if you go out to Kyoto and it's way more different. Like
Really?
yeah, Kyoto's like near Mount Fuji. I'm pretty sure. I think I know my Japan. I'm not too sure though. That's where I would want to go though. It looks so scenic because that's like where you see all the pictures with like the cherry blossom forests and it's all the pink
It's
trees. Like
beautiful. It's beautiful.
best tree ever, next to redwood
Seriously, the mighty redwood.
or sequoia.
Seriously, those things are huge.
Some good trees.
Dude, we need to film a podcast of Muir Woods.
We've talked about doing that. We wanted to go to Marin Headlands
Yeah,
too. Want to do Half Moon Bay would be a cool one.
that would be cool.
You
It's
could
just so
that's the one
foggy.
we were talking about. We want to do like super far away from the camera, but like have the camera way far away. But it's like we're like little specks in the distance, but you still hear us talking like through the recorder, like we're right next to you.
That'd be
But
a
yeah.
cool podcast.
Just different like environments and
Different places.
places that include different flora and fauna. Like here in Pleasanton, we got like these weird rolling hills with like actually the rare time in the year where it actually turns green. Most of the time, all this shit's like
I know
yellow.
it's either dead, gone.
We got a lot of oak trees out here too,
Yeah,
which I
know
like.
some
Like
of
these are some mighty oak trees around us.
So good. But yeah, I mean it's so nice out here. I wish I wore shorts, man. It's hot.
Yeah, seriously, I was not expecting this.
Matt told me it was gonna be cold. He's
Yeah,
like,
what?
yeah, it was chilly like a few days ago. I was like, really? It's April. No, it's hot. Look at
This is
those
a
ducks.
nice ass place though.
I know. Look at those ducks.
I love it when this pond fills up. It rarely fills up too.
I know.
We just got lucky because we
It's-
got a bunch of rain last month.
Seriously, it's gonna dry up eventually. But
Oh,
still.
it'll dry up quick. I don't
Especially-
think we're gonna get any more rain for a while.
I thought we were supposed to. I think Santa Barbara's gonna get sun soon. But
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like all the Tahoe resorts just got a light like 6-inch dusting last weekend
That's it.
just to fill in all the tracks. It was like enough to be like a powder day. Looked awesome. I wish I could have gone. But here we are,
It's so scenic.
beautiful Pleasanton.
I hear noises.
Yeah, seriously, I hear animals.
I mean, there's been squirrels and.
I hear
rabbits.
woodpeckers and stuff. Hear some frogs.
I know that woodpecker's been all over the place.
This is like the type of noises you hear when you get those like alarm clocks with like programmable like ambient noise, and you pick like the pond one or like the babbling brook.
Yeah, I think it's just because we've been sitting here long enough that the animals just don't care anymore.
Yep, become a part of the environment.
Seriously?
We're just existing along with them.
I mean, we're not doing anything to disturb them. We're
No,
just
not even.
existing.
Yeah.
Those ducks look so funny. Just putting their butts in the air. I just want to see the little baby ducklings. They're
Yeah.
so cute.
They're probably not even born yet.
Probably not even an egg.
They're just making their home, scouting the land.
I think they're pretty. I'm pretty sure they've claimed this pond because
Yeah.
that mallard's been looking around at any bird that flies by. Ducks are weird. Like, I never thought about how weird
Migratory animals, just in general, are pretty weird.
Seriously, they're just odd.
Like, they travel, dude.
Dude, how do they know how far to go? Like the butterflies that
Mhm.
go through Santa Barbara, go from like up in like even not as far as Washington.
There's a
but
chance some of them are going to places that like no other animals ever go to.
I know, seriously.
Like,
all
imagine
the way
being
down
like
to
some of the
Mexico.
first humans like coming to a place where no human has ever set foot.
Yeah.
Like, imagine coming over the Sierras for the first time. Not even
That's
that.
what I
Going
was-
through the Rockies and then finishing that up and then seeing the Sierras.
See, okay, I was saying the same thing. I just took a California history class, and that blew me away. When those guys
Yeah.
like just came over, who was it? Jebediah Smith? No,
Oh.
it was something like that.
2 minutes until the camera goes black. So this is what happens whenever you see the title screen pop up middle of the podcast. If you make it this far,
What happens?
that can record indefinitely for like hours on end. The camera doesn't want to let files get too big, so it cuts them off at 20 minutes. That was an 18-minute timer for me to go stop the recording and restart it.
Okay.
Since the audio's still running, I just have to do that, come over here, clap a couple times, and we're back in it.
Oh, so he just cuts it out.
Yep. He just cuts it out, but like the title screen pops up and you still hear us talking.
Okay, well, pause the camera.
Yep. And then I hit record again. And
Wait.
we're still flowing.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Behind the scenes. Movie magic.
Seriously.
Real life Hollywood film. That was a great movie, The Room. Or not The Room. Disaster Artist, I guess.
Disaster Artist. So funny. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see what's the guy's name?
Wiseau.
What?
Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, he was at the, was it Academy Award or the Golden
No, yeah.
Globe or something
He
like
was
that?
at the award that it won, and then he went up on stage with James Franco, and he went to go grab the mic, and James Franco like pushed him away because he didn't want it to go too long.
Yeah,
Because you know he's just gonna get up there and rant about something
Seriously.
about award shows or whatever he would
Did
do.
you hear the conspiracy theory that he's, what's the guy? The Cooper guy?
DB Cooper.
DB Cooper. Yeah, there's this conspiracy theory that he's DB Cooper.
Wasn't DB Cooper American and like well spoken?
Yeah. I'm just like, what? But they're just like, he would be around the same age, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? No.
No, shut up.
Shut up. Like,
Shut
no.
up.
Don't try to, like, don't try to,
Tommy Wiseau's from Louisiana.
like, Anna.
Real American man.
Look at these bees just pollinating all these plants.
Dude, save the bees.
Seriously. I want to get a beehive.
That'd be sick.
Honestly, fresh honey, you don't have to pay for it.
I feel like that's cooler than getting chickens for your own eggs. I feel like it's way cooler.
Seriously, like fresh honey.
Honey's got a lot
and
of health
it's
benefits.
so good for your. It's so
Dude.
good for your garden.
Every time I drink a cup of coffee now, there's at least a spoonful of honey mixed in there instead of sugar.
Do you know honey is the only food that can't go bad?
Interesting. That and
Because-
Twinkies.
Seriously. Twinkies can survive a nuclear blast.
Right.
Quoting Family Guy.
What else? What was the other movie? Zombieland?
Yeah, Zombieland, and they found the.
Great movie.
Yeah, God, love that movie.
There hasn't, I feel like a movie in like that type of style hasn't come out in a while. Like I'm talking like that movie, like super bad type of stuff. What's the Michael Cera one? Like Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah.
Like just that like style of movie. I miss those.
Seriously.
Michael Cera hasn't done shit lately if you think about it.
I'm trying to think about it. He's probably done something. We just haven't seen
I
it.
feel like some indie films you see at like Sundance or Cannes, if anything.
Yeah. There's some indie movies.
Did you hear Tommy's, like, the boy Tommy is doing like some short film thing?
What?
Yeah. Oh shit, let me do this real quick. Sorry, ducks. Had to resync it
Oh, shit.
and start a new timer. But yeah, Apparently he's like helping some chick out at school with a short film. So our boy's gonna get famous, and we're just gonna ride off that for the rest of our lives.
Dude,
which is gonna be nice.
Of course, Tommy.
Love you, Tom.
We knew from the beginning Tommy was gonna be the famous one. We knew that 100% without question.
Funny kid, funny kid.
Tommy, you're probably one of the funniest kids I've ever known, and probably the happiest kid I've ever met.
His family's like that stereotypical family from like a surf movie where like the kids like just wants to be the professional and like they live on like some island and like their dog just roams around wherever.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, you know what I mean.
Dude, their family is funny.
I love them. Love everyone from Pleasanton. Shouts out.
Okay, look.
These ducks have been like 4 months.
Okay, everyone from Pleasanton?
Yeah, no, that's a lie. Don't, no.
You know, if you're listening to this, you know.
If you're listening to this, we love you.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's put it that way. If you're listening to this,
you're a real one. If
you're
listen
a real
to
one.
this,
Seriously.
Dude, it's weird. We were checking out analytics. We were getting listens in like Ireland.
Really?
Yeah, weird shit. I think we had like 1 or 2 from Australia too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know who or what or why, but
hey,
it happened.
We're getting out there.
We're international now.
We're international now.
Me and Matt were talking. I think like within the year or 2, I think we want to do an international one.
That'd be so sick.
Bring the lawn chairs with us. That'd be so sick.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. No, but we really should start saving up for like a squad international trip. Like, it'd be sick if we all hit Italy or something, or even like Portugal, like Lisbon type of stuff. Amsterdam.
Somebody just went. Oh, Lisa just went to Amsterdam.
Amsterdam would be dangerous for us.
She did not know they use tobacco with their weed.
Yeah.
And it's mostly tobacco. She did not know that, and she died. She like.
It's like tobacco hash.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Well, you could just go to a coffee shop and be like, I have 1 shrooms, please. And they give you a shit ton of shrooms.
Did you hear about the story of Seth Rogen?
Oh,
going
yeah,
to
I love
get
that story.
mushrooms?
Or like wakes up in Paris, like, what the fuck?
Took shrooms in New Amsterdam and woke up in Paris. And like, what kind of trip did
Crazy
you
guy.
have? That's next level.
Yeah. No, yeah, a squad trip to Europe would be so sick. 'Cause we could like hop city to city, take the train places and stuff.
And it's so cheap. They're public
Go
transit.
clubbing in Milan, hit the Gucci store in the morning. You know how it is. Breakfast at Armani. Casual.
Seriously.
Rooftop of some ancient ass building. Oh yeah. Squad trip alone with us.
Seriously.
Europe.
I can't wait.
Or even somewhere like super third world would be kind of sick too. Thailand. Actually, I don't even know if that's third world, to be honest. I could have just insulted a whole country.
I don't know.
South Africa? Is that even third? No, probably not even. Crap, I
know.
feel like a dick.
Whatever. It's
Malaysia or something. There you
some
go.
Random country. I mean, like, we can't really be talking shit. Our country's pretty.
Our
piss poor
country
right
is
now.
a shit show.
This is terrible.
Paul Ryan resigning, basically the equivalent of farting in an elevator and getting off on the next floor and letting everyone else ride in that shit.
Wait, what?
Paul Ryan, you know, like the speaker guy?
Oh yeah, he's not
Big Republican douche?
He's not going for re-election. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so he basically made all this shit happen and then resigned, basically. It's the equivalent of, like, say you get at the bottom floor of a skyscraper with, like, a mob of 12 people all getting into one elevator. You both get in there. You start riding up. You rip ass and just stink up the whole elevator. And you get off on the first floor. Everyone else has to ride however many floors just sitting in your fucking ass powder juice, whatever the fuck's floating in the air. Your butt vapor.
Well, it's crazy. Like, apparently a lot of Republicans are not.
Well, no, that's huge because that totally shifts everything. And
I know. A lot of Republicans are scared for the elections that's coming up because everything's so anti-Trump.
Whoa, Trump 2 terms.
Yeah. Well, people don't realize you can still belong to a party and not support the candidate.
Yeah.
You could.
I've thrown this idea to Matt a couple times. It's a little crazy, but, like, hear me out. I have, like, 2 versions of it. One's a little more extreme. In the primaries, Democrats have to pick the Republican, and Republicans have to pick the Democrat. That makes it both. Here's the 2 situations that happen. It either makes both candidates way more moderate, because you're picking the opposite side, basically, and you want it closer to your side as possible. Or they pick a candidate to fuck the other side over. They just pick like the worst person. But then that happens for both sides, and then it's just like a shit show.
Yeah.
But then what you could do is have it be like you have to vote for both sides, regardless of party alignment. Really, parties just fucked us over.
Yeah, seriously.
George Washington said so.
Did you
however many years ago.
You know what I don't like in California? Is in order to get a ballot that has all the candidates on it in the primaries, I think. So, like...
Oh, if you want to vote for both sides?
Yeah, in California, you have to be a Republican to get everything.
That's weird.
If you're an independent, you only get the Democrats or the liberals and stuff like that.
You hear what's on the ballot again? They want to divide California. So the dude wants to divide
states,
California.
And guess
3 states.
Santa Barbara's still in California.
It is? What would be do you remember what the states are called? I'm pretty sure it's Jefferson, California,
I thought
and,
it was. I thought
Southern
they were thinking
California, right?
Shasta or something.
They're calling it. That would be sick, Shasta. I remember back when it was like they wanted to do like 5 states. It was like Jefferson, NorCal, Silicon Valley, which would be like us, San Francisco, down to Monterey. Then it would be, I think they were just gonna call it like California or Central California, and then Southern California.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I think it's eventually going to happen because people are getting fed up by, let's be honest.
You just got to think about resources is the real thing, because we're already giving, most of our water from NorCal to SoCal.
Yeah.
Then it would be, like, an interstate thing, and that's kind of weird.
It's just hard because they have to, L.A. has to have water brought in from the Sierras. It doesn't have a natural water flow to it. It's a desert, technically.
Right.
So... they had to irrigate water there, and that's how and then we could see how they screwed that one up with the Salton Sea.
Yep. So fun stuff. Environment.
So
it's funny. I feel like everywhere I've lived or squad has lived even has just some weird shit going on. You guys are super susceptible to floods, mudslides, fires.
Dude,
I lived up in Sonoma. I left, and then it burns down basically.
Dude, we had 2 fires. 2 mudslides. The 101 was wiped out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
California's got earthquakes, too. That is easily one of the most frightening acts of God. A hurricane's one thing, but, when the literal, shit you're standing on, everything is built on, is just shaking and shit, what the fuck?
I was reading one time in my environmental studies class that the next big earthquake...
Pacific Northwest, right?
Big earthquake that's supposed to hit...
It's going to, sink Oregon,
that
basically.
That we're, overdue for is going to be powerful, could be powerful enough to wipe out power, not to just the area it hit, or California, but the entire West Coast.
Would not be surprised.
I was shocked.
Dude, part of me wants to be living in Oregon would be sick, but that shit's about to happen. And I don't want to be there when it happens.
It's there's a fault line going through it or something?
It's a fault line that's hundreds of years overdue, I'm pretty sure. Because you can go through the rocks, I guess, and figure out when earthquakes have happened before. And they timed it out, it usually happens every so and so, however many years. It's pretty regular. It hasn't happened for a while. Apparently San Andreas is like that too. That's not as bad, I don't think, but yeah. But hey, at least we're kind of prepared for it, and we don't got to worry about tornadoes and shit. Those are pretty frightening.
I don't know. Earthquakes are just scary.
Yep.
There's so many fault lines in California. There's fault lines that go right through downtown Santa Barbara, minier ones. Just huge.
Right. Hopefully we're on another planet by then.
Yeah, right.
I feel we've talked about Elon Musk and Mars and shit so much on this podcast. Every time we bring up something about leaving the planet or how we're fucked, Elon Musk comes up in the conversation because he's gonna save us all. He's the fucking reincarnation of Jesus or something. He's gonna lead us to the promised land, just Mars, and it's gonna be even worse than here. Think about how much effort it's gonna be to live there. You gotta live underground forever until everything fucking terraforms and shit.
They gotta figure out a way to give Mars an atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but everything he's worked on so far has been towards colonizing Mars. Electric cars, batteries, his whole tunnel system, Hyperloop. He wants to build subterranean colonies. Dude. That's what he's going for. Everything adds up to that.
Do you know his battery factory that produces all those batteries and stuff and can make power and stuff like that? Is you could build 5 of those as compared to 1 nuclear reactor.
That's so messed up.
And
Everyone just needs to go clean energy. Portugal's actually on 100% on renewable now.
Really?
Yep.
Hawaii's aim for 100% renewables by 2040, I think.
Yeah. There's another country that has some crazy goal like that. I know a lot of European countries are going to be like banning gas cars by like 2030.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Do you see the new Mazda car?
Oh yeah, with the crazy engine. You were telling me about that.
It's a diesel engine for gasoline.
Yeah. Explain that though. Like I'm 5.
Okay. So how a normal gasoline 4-stroke engine works, when the piston goes down, fuel gets pulled in, piston goes up, compresses it,
Spark happens,
explodes, forces the piston down, and the piston then
thus
goes
bringing it back up and to do it again.
Yeah, exactly. Complete the
It
cycle.
just repeats and repeats and repeats.
Repeats and repeats. How a diesel engine works, however, is the pressure that the piston creates and the fuel is brought in when it goes up, where there would normally be a spark, the diesel fuel is combustible enough at that pressure that just the pressure itself is enough to force the piston down. So there's no spark at all.
Mm-hmm.
The reason
It only needs one spark to like keep the cycle going.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like the same concept as like if you got like a can of Axe and you hold a lighter up to it. You light the lighter while you're spraying it and you create a flamethrower, you can pull the lighter away and the flame will still be going.
Exactly. So as long as you have fuel.
It's using itself to burn itself.
Yeah, so the reason gasoline can't do that is because it's too unstable at that higher pressure. We can't contain the explosion, and it's not reliable enough.
So it needs to be more regulated.
So Mazda figured out a way to regulate it. So there's a spark plug. The spark plug only goes off at certain times at very small amounts, and it can measure how much it needs to go off. So it creates a mini explosion, and then when the piston goes up, it's enough. The compression is enough, and the gasoline's stable enough that it will force it down. It will explode and force it down. So that spark only happens when it needs to. So the cycle is actually cleaner and way more efficient. Because the reason diesel engines are mostly in like big cars usually, and diesel's worse for the environment. But if you get a gasoline car that's not great, but your gas mileage skyrockets.
See, part of me says like that's great, that's awesome, more efficient engines, good for the environment and shit. But we're all headed towards electricity anyway. It's almost redundant to be spending that much money developing something like that.
I want to see how the hydrogen fuel cell market's going to work out.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw this really cool clip the other day. Hold on, I got a seed in my mouth. It was a video of one of the new McLarens that has an electric start motor instead of like a starter, like typical cars. Like, you know how a typical car goes, right? So there's an electric start motor, right? It gets the car rolling on an electric motor, so it sounds like zzz, like a golf cart almost, and then all of a sudden the engine kicks in instantly. So it's like zzz, boom. It sounds like a crash in the engine. It's super sick.
That's sick.
But it's basically like a hybrid supercar in that way. It's like that's how Priuses work, kinda. Like once you start coasting in a Prius, an electric motor kicks in and like does its thing.
That's smart.
That's why they are the deadliest vehicles. You can't hear them coming.
Prius?
Teslas and Priuses.
Did you know Teslas and Priuses, like those electric cars, because there's no sound on the motor, that sound you hear when they roll by is artificial.
Yep.
It's
speakers.
required by law so you can hear the car.
BMW i8. Fake exhaust noises.
Yeah, they have to have those features because
it's almost like for the driver too, just like make yourself like, okay, I'm in a car that's on and it's moving.
Seriously. You know, my grandfather got my uncle an RX-7 when he was like, he helped him get an RX-7. They saved up for it and he wanted
RX-7?
RX-7, this was years ago.
Bet you didn't know what they're worth now.
Oh my god, yeah, it was a newer-ish one. Anyways, they got in the car, and because it used the triangle wrinkle engine or whatever you call it, you cannot feel the car move because it's so centrifugal.
Right, it doesn't shake. It just uses your engine noise, right?
Force is lost when the engine moves.
It doesn't go like this, it's just like...
It circles so that no force is lost when the engine moves. So it's unlike a piston that like you lose force when it has to go back up. The engine's constantly moving, so it never loses that force. And it actually burns really good gas mileage from what I've heard.
It just revs super high.
Yeah, exactly. And the oil you need to check that oil all the time. You need like pure synthetic, lots of it. It's expensive, especially in California. We got the recyclers fee and all that stuff. Your oil change is getting up there to like $80, where it could be normally like a Mazda 3 is like $15-$20.
I was watching this video about the new Ford GT. Some guy got a check engine and light on it. No big deal. So he brings it into the shop. It's just one hose that has a leak. But because it's like so engineered and everything's like so cramped into this little space, and it's like so sophisticated, Ford has to fly someone out who's like a certified engineer for this car to help take apart the car and deem if we have the tools necessary to fix it. If not, the car gets shipped up to Canada where it gets worked on for however long and then sent back. This is a fix that would normally take in a normal car like an hour at the shop, come in, drop it off, wait in the waiting room, and you're done. Shit's crazy. I wish I was rich enough to afford that type of shit. People are making hella money nowadays. Let me restart this real quick.
Okay, hold on. I want to sit in the shade for a sec. I'm hot.
Yep. Walk around for a sec. Do some laps.
Oh my gosh, just in that sun, I'm just baking.
You keep going for at least a little bit though, so we can close it out.
Oh, no. I'm down to keep going. We've only been going for like, what, 20, 40 minutes?
This is a long one so far.
How long are they normally?
30, 40. I think our longest is like 45 or 50.
Okay, so like... It doesn't feel like it's that long.
stretching montage.
Oh, look at the turkey up there.
That's his road.
Seriously. Dude, turkeys are ugly, but they're big. Like. Okay.
All right. Let's do some more podcasting.
Let's go.
No, but yeah.
This is so fun.
Being rich. That'd be tight.
Do you clap?
Huh? Oh. Thank you, Hayden.
You're welcome.
No, but yeah. It'd be nice to be rich enough to live in Pleasanton one day.
That's gonna happen.
Dude, fucking Overwatch League kids could.
Seriously.
Fuck me, right?
Dude, I don't think I'm gonna be able to live in Pleasanton when I'm older. Not even that it's too expensive, but I just don't think I could do
Pleasanton's
it.
boring. But if you're living by yourself and you're like an adult and you're like near all the cool shit, it's actually pretty fun.
I just don't get when like parents move here. Schools are great, that's fine, nice quiet town, but like, and then they like wonder like why their kids are getting in trouble on the weekends. It's like there's nothing for them to do out here. There's like the movies.
You only see so many movies.
You only see so many movies. And that gets pricey. Movies here are like anywhere between $8 and $13.
Yep.
And that's without 3D. All that stuff. I don't know. It's just like, it makes sense when I look back on it. Why all the stuff that happens in Pleasanton that happens, why it happens. It makes a lot more sense when you take a step back almost. Like, look at it from when you're outside of like the clicky system.
Do you hear how much Ninja makes off Fortnite?
Isn't it like $500K a month or something crazy?
You could do it for a year and be set for life.
God.
But yeah.
Did you see
Video games are crazy.
Did you see him take that 5K bet with Drake?
No. What?
Yeah, you didn't see this? It was on ESPN and everything. Drake is like, he like plays Fortnite, you know, and everyone saw him live stream with Ninja and
like, I'm trash at Fortnite, but I still have fun with it.
Yo, yeah, don't get me wrong. Everyone loves
I'm an Overwatch
Fortnite.
enthusiast.
Fortnite's
really.
fun because you can just play and not
It's
worry
accessible.
Exactly, and it's free.
Overwatch isn't.
Yeah, it's
tough
free.
to get into.
Yeah. Well, anyways, this 5K bet. Ninja was playing. There's one guy left, and Drake goes, "Hey, if you win this, I got a 5K donation to your charity or whatever."
Oh, that's sick.
There was some charity they're donating to. If you get this kill,
Oh, it was like whoever does like has to do the donation or something.
Well, I don't know what it was, but anyways, he said Drake was like, "Hey, if you get this kill on this guy, 5K to like some charity." And he's like, "Oh, I got you." He makes it look so easy. Just builds up, grenade launcher, makes them pop out, and as soon as they hop out, takes out sniper.
That's what I can't do.
Them.
I can't build for crap. I can aim well.
I can aim well. I love shooting people, but building,
Yep.
it's hard.
That's the worst part of the game for me.
It's so hard.
That's why I want to try PUBG. You ever heard of that shit? It's basically
Awesome.
Fortnite, except it's just like, imagine Battlefield, but Fortnite. So you can like hop in like cars and motorcycles and shit.
That's sick.
And there's none of the fancy shit, like, it's just like, yeah, just find guns on the ground, Battlefield style.
That'd be sick.
No building.
Have you heard about the comet theory for Fortnite?
Oh, dude, I saw something the other day. Someone, like, went into, like, the game code and, like, spectator mode or whatever. Basically, like, removed himself from the game and, like, glitched around so you can, like, move around and see, like, under shit and, like, go out of the map and stuff. Went under Tilted Towers, and there's actually a comet sitting under there.
Really?
It's like an egg-shaped looking thing.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see the fan theory? And it's crazy how, like, deep into it they are. There's apparently some Morse code.
No, yeah, the vibrating randomly feel is Morse code, apparently.
It's Morse code for something.
I think it says Tilted Towers or something.
It says Tilted Towers and a date. I think it's the 18th of April. And did you know that Fortnite's map is modeled after a country?
No.
Yeah, it's some Eastern European country.
What?
Or Central European country.
Tomato Town's real?
They're not real towns, but
I'm kidding.
But like the
shape.
map's shape,
The shape and stuff.
the shape is the shape of this country. And what's crazy is the coordinates that point out on the map, you can use to find, like, it says, so the coordinates that the Morse code goes for is tilted, right?
Yeah.
If you look at the map and Fortnite's map and put it over this country, it lines up, right? Well, right where tilted is, at like right where they say the meteor is going to strike, there has been reported meteor strikes, repeated meteor strikes in that area in the real country in real life.
Whoa.
Yeah, like there's been like, you can click on Google and it will show you like meteor hole or something like that. There's
That's mindfuck.
so they're actually gonna. I think they're gonna.
That's pretty cool, though.
I don't know why they're gonna destroy Tilted though.
Tilted's a fuck fest, dude.
I like it though.
No, it's fun. It's not fun if you're trying to win, though.
Seriously.
Unless you're just like godly at the game.
I don't know. I'm an ass and I just hide and wait for someone to walk in and just blow their head off.
See, I play to win. I don't try to put myself in danger.
Yeah, seriously. I just hate people that are like, oh, I got the win. And I'm like, how many kills you get? And they're like, 1 or 2. I'm like, dude, you killed one guy. Like, you killed the last guy. That's not very impressive. You probably just got lucky.
Right.
Like, good for you got that far. And that is hard. I've yet to get a win, but
I've never played solo, to be honest.
solo is fun but hard.
Yeah.
I like it to play solo when I just want to play a quick game of video games where I know I don't have enough time to play Overwatch.
Yeah, I'll just sit down with Overwatch, like, yeah, one game. 5 hours later, one more.
I know. It's just bad because everyone gets on my case in SB because I want to play with you guys because that's the only way I know I can level up consistently. So
Gotta love Overwatch.
I honestly think
It's gonna stand the test of time.
seriously, I think it's gonna not be as good as like WoW or League or stuff like that.
I mean, it is still a Blizzard game.
But it's a Blizzard game, so and Blizzard kills it, dude. They're so good.
If anything, the audience on console will die, and the PC will live on.
Seriously.
I'm trying to make the Switch eventually.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've got them priced out, like $1,300 for a really good one. Comes with like a super nice graphics card that's like $800, but the whole bundle is like $1,300.
That's good.
Dude, apparently crypto is making the price of graphics cards go through the roof. Like, I was reading this story on Reddit or something. Some dude in a suit walks into Best Buy, clears out the entire shelf of like the highest end graphics cards.
Why?
Crypto mining. Apparently he bought like a warehouse or something. He's just like mining coins.
Crypto was crashing not that long ago, wasn't it?
This was a while ago I read this, but yeah.
Just people were making dumb investments in it. People were investing in it but didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, they're like, oh, free money.
Yeah, they're like, it's some electronic money thing. I'm like,
I know, it could very well be the future.
I know. Be cool.
What's cool about it is like programmable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but like...
Do you know no one knows who created Bitcoin?
Yeah, he has to stay anonymous.
They think they know who it is, but they're not sure, and they don't think so. They think this guy's just taking.
My theory is that it was an AI, and they're using it to take over the world somehow. We don't know how. Whoa!
Whoa, duck!
Is there a monster under there? That's you.
What?
No, I'm just imitating the duck. I was just sitting here like that.
Just flapping around.
But yeah. Video games, Tesla, Coachella, end of the world. You know how it is.
Seriously, 21st century.
Just an average
over here.
podcast.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts you want to add before we wrap this thing up?
It's fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been so stoked.
It's
I'm
easy.
glad-
You just like kind of sit and talk, and it just happens.
Yeah, seriously. It's
So,
got
yeah.
the little ducks here and everything.
Let me think. What do we need to do? Follow us on Instagram, Kids on Bikes. I think we got a Twitter. Kind of pops off. No one really tweets on it though. We're working on it.
We got tweets going. going.
We want to start doing more Instagram videos soon, so follow that for sure. We try our best, but schedules are conflicting at the moment.
Seriously.
Hopefully we'll get. I don't know when this will go up. We're filming this day one of Coachella, right?
Yeah, day one Coachella.
Yeah, so everyone's up there having fun. It'll probably be posted after when you guys hear this.
Probably next week.
Probably a good
sometime.
podcast with Matt coming back, some Coachella stories, or whoever else might come back. Follow me on Twitch, I guess, and my Instagram. Yeah.
Seriously.
Thanks for joining us, Hayden.
Yeah, no problem.
And that's a podcast. 50 minutes. That was a good one.